But really, you guys, let me tell you, American English speakers have some of the strangest idioms that we actually use, and I'm going to teach you what they mean because you're not going to be able to guess. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. I'm an American English teacher, and I teach you how to speak natural English that you can't find in a textbook so you can be confident in an English conversation with anyone and reach all of your language goals. I texted my friends and I asked them what's the strangest phrase that they have in their vocabulary. They're all native English speakers from different parts of the United States, East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, and these are the phrases that they helped me come up with. You need to know what these phrases mean because they're so strange you're not going to be able to just guess what they mean. Let's start out with the first one. In a nutshell. I hear American English speakers ask others to describe something to them in a nutshell. What they mean by this is they're asking you to describe it in a very summarized way. I only need the important details if you're giving it to me in a nutshell. Let me tell you about it in a nutshell. That's just another way of telling you, I'm going to tell it to you in a quick, summarized way. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Okay, this is just the weirdest one on my list, I think. Maybe you can guess what this idiom means. If you were taking a bath with no running water, obviously, and it's time to discard the water that you used to wash yourself because it's dirty, you obviously would not want to forget there's a baby in the bathtub and throw it outside. This is so strange. So, it's basically just telling someone to not make avoidable mistakes. The phrase is used really frequently in America. It's like a warning, but it's actually a German proverb. I looked it up and found that. So thank you, Germany, for this strange phrase. So when you want to give someone a warning that they're about to make a very avoidable mistake, tell them, hey, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Jump on the bandwagon. So I did some research on this one. American President Theodore Roosevelt used this phrase in a letter, jump on the bandwagon, in 1899. So it's a really old phrase. It's a way of telling someone that they are just jumping on the bandwagon. They're just doing something that's fashionable and trendy at the moment. So recently, the Los Angeles Lakers basketball team here won the NBA Finals, and I see everyone just jumping on the bandwagon of being a fan now, because now that they're very trendy, they're very successful, people want to be a part of it. So you can also say jump on the bandwagon, hop on the bandwagon, and any other little action verb there you can say. So in the last year, I jumped on the TikTok bandwagon. It's popular now. I'm making English TikToks. Everything but the kitchen sink. So have you ever gone on a trip with that girl, typically a girl, sometimes a guy? They bring everything but the kitchen sink. Maybe you are this girl, so sorry if you are, no offense, but you just bring every outfit you own, you bring an outfit for every occasion, for rain, for snow, for going to the beach, and you basically bring so much that we'll describe it as bringing everything but the kitchen sink. Now, to me, this phrase is kind of weird because why the kitchen sink? I don't know. It's just saying that you're bringing everything that isn't nailed down in the house, everything that you can take. Some people actually say this phrase as everything and the kitchen sink. They're both acceptable to use. Eat your words, eat his words, eat her words, eat their words, eat my words. Are you confused yet? So words are not food, but when you have something that you have to admit was incorrect that you said, you are going to eat your words. It just means that you were wrong. I'm going to have to eat my words and correct my mistake here. Straight from the horse's mouth. I know it's true because I heard it straight from the horse's mouth. English speakers are obsessed with idioms that are about horses. I talk about this all the time. We have so many idioms that are related to horses. A lot of my friends voted on this one because it's just weird. Obviously, horses don't talk. When you have heard something straight from the horse's mouth, it means the information is from a very credible or reliable source, maybe an authority or someone who has first-hand knowledge of the situation. So I actually finally figured out where this phrase comes from, and it makes sense. When you are talking about horse racing, they would say, well, I heard it straight from the horse's mouth. This means they're very in tune with how the horse is doing. So obviously this would be helpful if you're going to race the horse, if you know that they're healthy, happy, they're going to run fast. So when you have a good source, you can tell someone that you've heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Cut the mustard. You can either cut the mustard or you just don't cut the mustard. Does this lesson cut the mustard? What I'm asking you is this lesson up to standard? Is it good? If something passes that sort of standard that you have, it cuts the mustard. Now, this strange idiom is just really strange. I don't know why we're talking about mustard here, but I promise you people actually use this phrase in English conversation. We more often use this phrase when something doesn't cut the mustard. So when we want to talk about something that is not up to standard, we could say it just did not cut the mustard. Now, I actually hate this next phrase, wear the pants. It's sexist and outdated because when someone wears the pants in a relationship, it means that they make most of the decisions that a man would typically make. Obviously, women and men are equal and they make decisions together in relationships. So this phrase is really used to describe a relationship where you think the woman makes more decisions or the woman has more power. We say she really wears the pants in that house, or she really wears the pants in that relationship. And it's just playing on the gender stereotype that men wear pants and women wear skirts. So if the woman is wearing pants, she's making the decisions. Like I said, I don't like this idiom, but it's quite common. You'll still hear it. My husband loves this phrase. The phrase is, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm sorry, I just had to include another horse one because this is so weird to say, but again, my husband says it, I hear other people say it. When you tell someone not to look a gift horse in the mouth, you mean that they should be very grateful for a gift that they have received. So again, looked up this phrase. It turns out that you can tell how old a horse is from looking at the teeth very closely. So if you are looking a gift horse in the mouth, you're literally trying to figure out how old it is. You're trying to figure out the value of the horse. And if we use this phrase figuratively, you're trying to assess the value of a gift. So instead of being grateful for a gift or a present, whether it's a literal present that someone has given you for a birthday or a holiday, or just something that's happened in your life that is really good, don't assess the value of it too much. That's what this phrase is saying. So to understand this last strange idiom on my list, and I included it last because it's very strange, you would have to have knowledge of the television show from the 1980s called Happy Days. It's an American television show. And I honestly don't even think young people have knowledge of that show anymore. So we say this phrase, but a lot of people don't know where it comes from. The phrase is to jump the shark. So you say, he really jumped the shark on that one. It means that Something or someone that's very popular will make a strange decision or make a decision trying to be more popular, but it actually is just an attempt that doesn't work and it makes them less popular. So the moment that someone jumps the shark is the moment they become less popular because of a weird mistake or decision that they made. In the show Happy Days, if you really want to know the story behind this idiom, the main character, or one of the main characters, Fonzie, jumps the shark, a literal shark in the water, on water skis, and people stopped watching the show because it just became too out there and it became less popular. So when something jumps the shark, it becomes less popular. Thank you so much for watching today's English lesson with me, Kayla. And remember to subscribe and like the video if you got some good value out of this lesson. I love teaching natural English phrases, and I would love for you to comment the strangest idiom that you know down below, and maybe we can practice English as well. I'll be back with another English lesson for you next week. And thanks for watching. Good luck studying English.